All right, Carter, what are we doing today?
All right, today we got our last little baby workout of the block, doing 3 by mile at marathon pace with 400 meter recovery, 1 mile warm up, 1 mile cool down. So why don't we get into it? Done. That felt so easy. Yeah, I'm really happy. Race week.
You ready to run 26 of those?
I think so. I think it's in the bag. Alright, so got the fresh race day cut, driving down to Massachusetts first, spend the night at my girlfriend's place, and then Providence is only an hour away after that. So yeah, doing good, pumped. Feels real driving down for the race, you know what I mean? But that's what we're here for, right? Alright, I'll keep you updated on the travel. Do a nice 30-minute shakeout after the drive down to Mass. Nice and easy like I've been doing all week. Then gonna get a nice vegan burrito after and have a very chill night. Made it to Providence, checking out the race start, and yeah, getting ready for tomorrow. Had some rice and dumplings at PF Chang's, and now more rice for dinner. We're in the hotel now, just gonna do, a little 1 or 2 mile jog on the treadmill to loosen things up before I get a nice stretch and roll out in. Race day before, best race day hack, a rice cooker in the hotel room. Yeah, just white rice, gonna add in some peanut butter and soy sauce for a nice simple meal. Laying out the singlet, getting the race kit ready for tomorrow. It's like 9 o'clock now, just sat and watched my family eat a delicious dinner while I, ate my rice. Yeah, getting ready for tomorrow. Probably try to go to bed at 10 o'clock, watch a show or a movie or something, and then race day, baby. Race day morning, heading over to the start line. on, Carter, let's go, Carter, yeah, yeah. Carter! Woo! Going! Good, man, good. Let's go, Carter! Good, got it! Woo! Go, Carter!
Oh, Carter! Carter! He's just passed.
Let's go, Carter! All together, let's go, boy. Come on, come on. Let's see, Grace. 54. You're like 302. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Quads are so shot. Quads. Got this. Yep, 303 high.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, like, what, 18-minute PR?
That's awesome.
Definitely take it.
And it was so hot out.
It was so hot out.
We were hot as spectators.
Yeah.
Because what is it out right now? Is it like 70?
No, it's gotta be warmer.
Really? Oh.
It definitely feels hotter than it says.
Oh my god. I forgot how hard those are. Yeah. So you just have to push the whole time.
Okay, go ahead.
Toe thing. Dang it. Toe thing. Can I undo this strap? Or can you undo it? Oh, and you want to help me out? Slowly.
All right, Carter, give us the lowdown now. How did you feel? Tell us.
I felt better.
Did you feel better
Yeah.
than you did in Philly?
Honestly, I haven't wanted to drop that much other than my first 50K. Yeah.
Did you fall at the end?
No, I didn't fall. Yeah, it was just hard, but I'm happy with the time. Yeah, like I said 258 to 305 would have been happy with. Got right in the middle-ish of that, so I'll take it.
Feel good to have a PR?
Yeah, 18-minute PR. My best road race to date, which is good.
Woo!
Yeah,
Good
so,
stuff.
great start to head into mountain running season now. Heading into the summer. Alright, so it's been a full 48 hours now, and I thought that I would break down exactly what happened. You know, video doesn't really get to talk about the last couple of miles. So, I finished in 3:03:48, right? Goal was 3 hours, and I was on pace for that 3 hours, like, almost the entire way. I came through right at like 1:29:45, somewhere around there. It's hard to know because my watch was a little off. And I was still perfectly on pace up until about mile 21. And then at mile 21, it started to get really hot, and the race ended with like 8 or 7 miles of fully exposed, like running on highways basically, where the sun was just beating down on me. The temperatures were into the 70s at that point. And I just started feeling really, really bad around mile 20, 21. And my quads started to really kind of cramp up and feel really sore. My goal pace was 6:51, right? And I knew on my watch, because I was going to be a little bit off, I needed to be around 6:49. And as the pace started slipping, I started to realize that I was not going to be able to break 3 hours. Mile 21, 22, kind of made the decision that if I'm not going to be able to break 3 hours, I want to make sure that I still am able to finish in a pretty good time, running the entire time and not just like jogging it in. So I decided to make the decision to slow down my pace to around 7:15, 7:20. And that wasn't really like a conscious, like that's the pace I'm going to run, but a pace that felt sustainable for the last like 5 or 6 miles of the race. And so I finished the race with those last 6 miles being at around 7:15, 7:20. I think my slowest mile was 7:32. It makes sense. My last 6 miles were about 30 to 40 seconds slow for each of them, which if I was on pace for 3 hours, that adds up to, being 3 to 4 minutes slow. And yeah, so I was really good up until that last bit, and then it just got way too hot. So I'm still super happy with that time. I said that after the race. I'm still very happy with my time. It's a huge improvement for me. The last marathon I ran was in November of 2021, and I ran 3:21 then. I thought I'd become a much better runner since then. I've definitely had a lot more success in other road races and in my other 50K, where I broke 6 hours and got top 10. And I was able to show that I've become a much, much better runner. Like 3:21 to 3:03 is a big improvement. I ran, 40 seconds faster per mile, and 7 flat pace. That was probably like my 10K pace back then. Actually, I ran a 10 mile at that pace. So that was my 10 mile pace back then. Now I'm able to hold it for 26 miles. The course also had a decent amount of elevation gain, 715 feet, I think it was. For reference, the Boston Marathon has 890 feet of elevation gain, and that's called a hilly course, but that is a net downhill. This was net zero because it started and ended at the same spot with 715 feet of gain. So honestly, this course probably stacks up comparably, if not a good bit harder than the Boston Marathon in terms of hills, because it doesn't have that net downhill. And it was also really hot, like I said. So I think that on another day, I definitely have the fitness to break 3 hours in the marathon. That's not me trying to make an excuse saying I'm a 3 hour marathoner. I'm a 3:03 marathoner right now. But I think that I did everything I needed to do in training that I was capable of. So I said in my training towards the end, I believe I can run a 3 hour marathon, and I still believe I can run a 3 hour marathon. But the big thing is the heat, and I just didn't have a way to train with heat. You saw earlier in the video that I did a lot of my training in snow, in 0, 10, 20 degree weather. I really only got 1 or 2 hot days of running in. I made a video probably 3 weeks ago at this point where I tried to do a long run on an 80, 85 degree day, and it was miserable. Heat training definitely takes adaptation, and I just wasn't in a right place for that. So that's one thing. Next time, if I pick a race that's going to be hot, I need to find a way to train hot. I don't know what that would entail, maybe more running on the treadmill, or more running with a bunch of layers on me, but I don't have access to warm weather when it's cold out, and I don't own a sauna or anything like that. So yeah, training wise, I think I successfully trained for a 3 hour marathon. I got really close, wasn't quite there, but I'm still ecstatic about my time. I also hope that you guys really liked following me in this build up to this race. I've thought about making a YouTube channel for a while, and I decided to finally go for it when I started this build because I was like, hey, why not? At least it'll allow me to vocalize my training, and if 1 or 2 people watch it and their love for running grows like mine has from watching other running YouTubers, it'll be a huge success. And at the race, believe it or not, like way beyond what I ever thought would happen, 2 different people came up to me and recognized me from these videos and said, oh, are you Carter? I was like, yeah. And it's like, oh, me and my fiance, or me and my wife, or we watch your videos. And that blew my mind. I thought I was like hallucinating because the first person came up to me during the race at like mile 22. And I was like, what, are you sure? Like, wow, you're part of the 48, 50 subscribers. And that was crazy. And it really made me feel good. Yeah, it made me want to keep on making these videos. And I definitely will this summer. I have some things to think about my channel, what I want the direction to be, whether I want to keep it being mainly training videos only on my progression, or if I want to make them, about trail running in the Northeast in general, because my mountain running champs video did really well. Yeah, or if I want to just kind of see where things go. If you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're enjoying all my videos. And I would really love it if you could like this video. Helps a lot in the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel because I know that a lot of you aren't subscribed. And honestly, share it with anyone that you know that ran the Providence Marathon, that is a fan of running, and just looking for something to watch. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys, and as always, keep on running.